Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Juliana. This video is gonna be perfect if you want to look more elegant in your everyday life. I want to share some of the things that I've done to kind of elevate my appearance, and these are all pretty small and simple switches, but I personally think they've made a huge difference. I think I want to do another video in the future that talks about how to act more elegantly, since I think both the appearance and the personality part are equally important. I'd argue you can't really come off as high value if you act poorly, even if you dress well, but dressing well can take someone who is well-mannered to the next level. Alright, let's begin. I think the first thing that anyone can do right now and that won't cost anything is to fix your posture. I talk about this in a lot of my videos, but I think it's really key. Sometimes it matters more than what you wear. I recently read about this posture adjustment hack that I wanted to share. When you're standing with your arms straight by your sides, you always want to make sure you have your thumbs facing forward. And not just in the sense of turning your wrists, but pretend like you're a Barbie doll and twist your entire arm so that your thumbs are in the correct alignment. If your thumbs tend to face your thighs, that means your shoulders are rotated forward, and the second position can kind of happen if you sit by a desk a lot. So yeah, this is nothing mind-shattering, but I thought it was kind of an interesting way to check if you have good posture. Also, when you sit, try sitting more towards the edge. Of course, not to the point that you'd fall off, but I found that it's much easier to practice having a straight back when you're not leaning back in your chair, or at least you might be more cognizant of when you're hunched over when you are more towards the edge of your seat. Another small change that I wanted to talk about is with your breathing actually. When you're not speaking, you always want your tongue to be resting on the roof of your mouth. Mouth breathing is not only not the most elegant thing to do, it can actually really mess up your facial development, especially if you're a teenager or are still growing. Mouth breathing actually makes it more likely for you to develop a weaker jaw and an overbite. So ideally, you always want to have your mouth closed and have your tongue actively pressing against the roof of your mouth. This provides the necessary pressure to develop your facial structure, and in general does tend to look more composed than having your mouth open. Alright, now that we kind of tweaked our posture, one of the most important things that I think to looking elegant is to not look overdone. And I guess the idea of looking overdone is kind of subjective. People do have different comfort zones in what they consider to be overdone and tacky versus simplistic and minimalist. But I think there are some kind of golden rules in terms of more simplistic and timeless style. You want to avoid really busy prints or too many colors in one outfit. I think prints can look sophisticated, but they kind of have to be the center of the outfit, otherwise it can look overwhelming. So on a day-to-day basis, I honestly don't tend to wear that many patterns. My closet is mostly neutral with just pops of color, and I think this is a great hack to make dressing up a lot more low maintenance. If everything's the same color family and there's not too many prints, you really don't have to think too much about what goes with each other, since everything in your closet will kind of naturally pair together well. Going along this kind of train of thought, you want to have basics you can wear over and over again. I do want to show you guys a couple of my favorite pieces. This is one of my favorite sweaters. It's a cashmere pullover from the brand Quince, and I really love that brand for elevated basics. It doesn't really look like that much, honestly. A lot of elegant clothing doesn't have to be super flashy or super bright, and you can often dress up or add interest to outfits with jewelry, which we will get into later. But yeah, this kind of sweater is not only a really staple piece in terms of its style, also you guys, I don't know what's going on with the quality of clothing nowadays. If you've been kind of struggling to find really nice basics, I definitely recommend Quince. I'll link all of the pieces and products that I mentioned in this video in my description, so definitely check it out if you do see something you like. Another piece that I love and I wear at least once a week is this skirt. It's this black leather skirt from the brand Lulu's, and the fact that it is a skirt is so amazing. So if you're like me and you love mini skirts but you don't want to flash anyone, which keeping with the theme of this video would not be very elegant, I would definitely start to convert to skirts. They're just as cute and definitely more comfortable in my opinion. I think a black one like this, either leather or suede, is definitely a staple. Another piece I absolutely love is this dress from Karen Millen. I don't know if I can get it all in the shot, but it's basically a mini dress, and this is definitely a go-to dress for work. It's form-fitting, but it's not tight per se, which I think is key to making it very flattering and easy to wear. Even the top that I'm wearing right now is super versatile. It's from Aritzia. I think it's part of their contour line, and even though to me it looks like a very dressy or fancy top, it's actually super comfortable. I don't know if I can show you guys that well, but it's almost like a swimsuit material. It's super stretchy and flexible and kind of snatches you in. So yeah, I love tops like these. I love Aritzia for basics as well. In terms of bags, this is one of my favorite shoulder bags from JW Pay. I love it so much. I even have it in this cream shade, but this is honestly the perfect bag for the weekends. It's the ideal size for a smaller bag, but it still holds a decent amount of stuff. And from the front when you wear it, I think it just looks very classy with the gold hardware. So yeah, as you can see, all these pieces are very basic on their own. They're not really showstoppers, but that's kind of the whole point. Most people don't really have time in the morning to pick out really intricate outfits. You don't have to look like you're going to the opera if you want to dress elegant or classy. An elegant style can still definitely fit into your everyday life. To go along with an elegant outfit, elegant makeup is also a point I want to discuss. Now, you don't have to wear makeup. It's kind of like nail nails, where you'd rather have bare, clean nails than really tacky, overdone ones. So yeah, it's up to your personal preference and your lifestyle. In terms of elegant makeup specifically, I don't really think there's a set look you have to go for, but most elegant makeup does serve the purpose of enhancing your features. You want to have a clear and bright complexion, but avoid anything too chunky or sparkly on the face. I mean, I love sparkle, and I think it's definitely a fun look, but doesn't always fit into the elegant aesthetic that we're going for. The same goes for really harsh blush or bronzer. Elegant makeup doesn't have to be the most natural thing ever, but all of your face should kind of blend seamlessly into each other. Now for eye makeup, I personally tend to go for more neutral looks with more of an emphasis on the lashes than the eyeshadow. You want to make sure that your lashes and more importantly your brows are well defined. If I zoom you guys in a bit, as you can see, I don't really do anything crazy with my lashes or my eyebrows. I had a brief stint where I applied falsies, but I don't know, they just look kind of strange on my eyes and they took way too long to do. So yeah, I just do mascara and I pluck the strays of my eyebrows. I think the concept of elegance can often mean more traditional, so avoid eyebrows that are extremely shaded or overly thin. Again, these aren't bad, but the goal of these kinds of styles is to look more edgy and bold, whereas if you want to look more elegant, all you have to do is kind of follow your natural brow shape and just fill in any bare spots. For lips, I love lip gloss. This is just a personal preference thing, but I think it makes you look a lot more polished. A satin finish is great too. Honestly, even a matte finish can be good, but just make sure you have very exfoliated lips. We don't want anything crusty. I have a new favorite recently. It's from the brand Charlotte Tilbury, and I've heard a lot of hype about this brand and this shade of lip gloss, but I never tried it out and I thought it was overhyped. But you guys, this lip gloss is actually so special. The shade is Pillow Talk, and it's this beautiful milky rosewood shade. It's the perfect nude, at least for my skin tone, but if your skin tone is deeper than mine, I love the slightly deeper one. It's called Walk of No Shame. This one looks like almost a light mulberry shade on me. It's less subtle, but I think this would be perfect just how Pillow Talk is for my skin tone if you have a darker skin tone than me. For hair, you want your hair to be well brushed and styled. It doesn't have to be down all the time, like my hair isn't always down because it's just not practical. But when you do have your hair down, I'd suggest using hair pomade or gel to define your curls if you have them. Naturally, I have pretty fine, very pin straight hair, and when I do heatless waves, which is pretty much every day, my hair can kind of get puffy. So I mean, for me, some frilly flyaways are kind of inevitable. So I love adding a hair gel to kind of tame these flyaways. This one's from L'Oreal. Honestly, in terms of hair products, I kind of just find one that I like and just use it until it's finished, which I think we're starting to normalize more. I remember a couple of years ago with makeup and hair products, everyone would have like hundreds and thousands of every single type, and I definitely have a lot more makeup, but in terms of hair, I like to keep it simple. I am going to put some on right now because my hair is getting slightly frizzy. All I do is rub like a pump or two between my hands and just add it. And as you can see, it just makes everything clump together perfectly. It doesn't ever make my hair feel crunchy or sticky. So yeah, I really recommend it, especially if you have really fine hair. If you have thick hair, it might be too thin of a formula, and then I'd suggest using a pomade. In terms of hairstyles, I think elegant updos tend to use more hair clips and hair cuffs rather than just normal hair ties. A French twist, in my opinion, is one of the most classy updos, and I think it's an easy hairstyle if your hair is more shoulder length. I also love claw clips for a half up, half down. For ponytails, you can elevate a high ponytail by wrapping a strand of hair around where the hair tie is. For lower ponytails, try securing it with a gold or silver cuff rather than your traditional hair tie. Another thing is choosing the right hairstyle for your outfit. There's so many different hairstyles and necklines, but essentially you want to choose an updo if you have a higher neckline and have your hair down if you have a lower neckline, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. If you do an updo with a low cut top, this can look great too, but it'll definitely look more like an evening look, and I think you can try styling with earrings, especially longer ones. Otherwise, if you take everything away, your decolletage can look a little bare. For earrings, I love drop earrings and tend to prefer them over studs. They give a very romantic and elegant flair to your outfits, and I have a few staple pieces that I kind of rotate. This past winter, I've been very into my pearls. These are simple but very elegant earrings from Ana Luisa. They're pretty simple and small, but I love them because they really dress up any outfit that you wear, and you can wear them with even things like jeans and it still looks really nice. This pearl necklace that I wear a lot in my videos is, I think, from the brand Fedoma, and this gold chain is from Ana Luisa. And I wear my necklaces like to sleep, to shower, everything. So I need things that don't tarnish. And yeah, these two have held up really well. For bracelets, I love this silver cuff bracelet. It's so gorgeous, and I think it was $12 or something from Amazon. I've had it for over 2 years and zero tarnishing, which is amazing. I'll make sure to link this one. I think it's because it's sterling silver. My favorite jewelry brand of all time is Monica Vinader. By the way, guys, I just placed a new order from them recently, and I'm super excited to share with you guys once it comes. But yeah, in terms of one of the pieces that I wear most days, pretty much every day, is this ring. It's this beautiful gemstone ring. As with everything else, there's really been no tarnishing. Even though I keep my rings on when I wash hands, when I do the dishes. I need to find my discount code, but once I do, you guys can get 20% off using my link if you want to shop Monica Vinader. So yeah, for jewelry styles in general, you want to look for more drape styles, so think less like a choker and more like a pendant necklace. They should be delicate to mid-sized. When you start getting into more chunky jewelry, it just becomes a different aesthetic. And I would lean most into traditional hardware, so gold and silver, rather than corded or beaded jewelry. These are going to be the styles that pair with elegant clothing most effortlessly. But yeah guys, that's all I have for you for this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I love to do a lot of style content and fashion inspo on there. And yeah, if you like this video, definitely subscribe. I'd love to have you here. But yeah guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!